YouTube, what's happening? We back. Another edition of Larry Fan Video. Wanted to do a quick little couples challenge video for y'all before we get into our story about us and how we got our relationship together and how we say it's so strong. We're now 10 years together and 8 years married. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this quick question.
Okay, who ended the first kiss? Who apologizes first after a fight? Who is the funny one? Who is more romantic? Who is the most patient? Who's the better cook? Who said I love you first? It's longer to get ready in the morning. Who is grumpier in the morning? Who's more stubborn? Who's the bigger baby Wednesday? Who is the social butterfly? Who is the messy one?
So that was just a quick little funny little segment, a little easy way to kick off our relationship and just how much fun and how much we enjoy each other. So again, we've been together so far a total of 10 years, happily married 8. We just celebrated our 8th year wedding anniversary on December 9th of 2020. So yeah.
Out that 10 years we've been together, we've never stepped out on each other. There's been no infidelity. We've never kicked anyone out the house. We just went through whatever we had to go through and we rode it strong. And I can definitely say a lot has to do with the way someone treats you and acknowledging feelings when you do hurt someone or if you were wrong. I can definitely say, like, if I'm telling him that I didn't like something, he may not sit there and tell me I'm right then and there. But before that night is over, he'll come like, you know what, you were right or something. And I believe that has a lot to do with him acknowledging my feelings, has a lot to do with how secure I am. And not only that, the way he came in my life, I was in a wheelchair, 115 pounds. So it was just like, I already knew that this man truly loved me for me. But I know it also has a lot to do with his characters and what he actually does do for me. Being the breadwinner, it wasn't always like that though. But now being a breadwinner, it came up really quick though. I can definitely say that. He superseded me really quick. But
not only that, not to cut her off, but also too, there was one incident where she did try to make me sleep on the couch. And I said, I ain't sleeping on the couch. And that's when we kind of made the disbursement of, we never gonna go to bed mad. So no matter how mad we are throughout the day, we make sure we clear it up before we actually lay our heads down on our pillows and go to bed. And ever since, like she said, nobody got kicked out or anything. So.
Well, that was the first year. Yeah, so it was like I had to learn who I was with, basically. And then I also had to realize that I couldn't be the boss. I was so used to being the boss in all my relationships because it was like I was the breadwinner in all of them. So I took care of everything. So it was like me finally letting someone have the baton. So it wasn't easy. The first year was not easy, I can definitely say, because I had to learn how to be submissive, something I've never been with anyone else. But the way he came in my life and how he took care of me and my kids, I knew he was worth that. So I had no problem doing it. It was just not as easy because when you're used to being the boss, it's to actually listen to someone else here and there. It's like, what? So, but I can definitely say he was worth it and still is. And he showed me a life that I never knew that I could have with a man. Especially how secure I am. I don't have to go through cell phones. I don't have to worry about who he's on the phone with because I know he's committed to me. And it's the same with him, and I know that. Like, no one could ever tell me that he's thinking about no one else. I know my husband loves me probably way more than I love him, and I love him a lot. So I know it's strong. And I can definitely also say another reason what makes it easy for me to love him the way I do is with him being the breadwinner, him still doing everything. When I tell you everything, like I need him to go to the grocery store to get stuff for dinner. He has
sometimes 3 times in a day.
That's when I forget to tell him the stuff on the list. He do get irritated. Don't act like you don't, because then I get a text.
I get irritated.
I get a text and say, "Are you sure this is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know you're irritated," but he does it, and it's so effortlessly the way he does it, and it really means a lot, because I know usually when a lot of guys are breadwinners, they feel like they're entitled and they don't feel like they have to do everything. But when I tell you he does everything, he still goes to the store. He still makes sure he helps me with the kids, getting them dressed. Even sometimes he doesn't dry his hair. And I don't feel like he singles me out based on his status in our relationship. And I can also say what actually makes us even more stronger, we don't have any secrets. And we established that from the beginning. Like, we told each other everything, and whatever goes on, we know. There's nothing that we keep from each other. And another thing that we actually did agree to a long time ago, we don't tell each other no. That's just something we don't do. Whatever it is, what each other wants, as long as it's not, within our means to get, we're gonna do it for each other. And we actually aim to please each other. I definitely can say I cook all the time just because I want to take care of him the way he takes care of me. He spoils me to a point where I remember I went with Shonda to the grocery store. It was a couple months ago, and I'm so used to him because we always go to the grocery store sometimes too together. But now with COVID, I haven't really been going out. He's the one who does all the errands. But when COVID wasn't around, we would always go to the grocery store. Wherever we went, we was always together. So it got so bad that I went with my girlfriend somewhere. We went to the grocery store, and when we got outside to put the groceries up, I just went and sat down, and I had to apologize to her because I'm so used to not having to put stuff up. It's like he comes in and he puts everything in a car, and I'm able just to go and sit down and do whatever I was doing. So I can definitely say he does spoil me in that aspect. And I just remember laughing to her, and I had to tell her I'm so sorry because I know he did spoil me in that regards. And even when we go eat places, and maybe because it's the way that you came in my life of taking care of me. You think that's what it is?
I mean, that definitely has a part to do with it, but I think it was just me also seeing Papa Larry and how he treated Grandma Larry and all of that as well. So I kind of had that foundation and that establishment already kind of set, and that precedent kind of known that when you, as a man, this is the type of stuff that you need to do. So it was kind of already instilled into me at an earlier age. But I do believe with me coming in, you being sick and having to wait on your hand and foot definitely assisted towards it as well. But
yeah, because even when we go to restaurants, and we go a lot, he cuts my food up. He cuts my food up, and he bags it. He makes sure he put it all in the to-go box. Like, he really do cater to me. I can definitely say he spoils me, but I make sure I do the same. And whatever it is that he wants, he know that I'm gonna do it. And it's nothing that I'm gonna tell him no to, as long as it's in reach of me. Like he said, I don't tell him no. It doesn't matter if I'm tired, whatever it is that he wants, I'm gonna roll over, and it is what it is.
You gotta keep it PG because the kids watch it. But yeah, like she said, we definitely don't tell each other no. Although it's been 10 years, it still feels like it was only maybe a year or two, if that. So that's definitely one thing in regards to just keeping things fresh, keeping things new. Currently at a hotel now because she graduated with her bachelor's degree. So it's just all about just really keeping things fresh, staying up and staying on the go, taking care of each other. Like she said, she cooks for me on a regular basis, which I definitely do appreciate. Haven't really been cleaning as much lately, but that's because we try to teach the kids and stuff how to clean. But I take care of laundry and things like that. So yeah, it's a beautiful partnership when you have somebody that you're equally yoked to, and that we grew up in the same church as well. So we have the same foundation and the same background ever since we were little. So I've been liking this girl ever since I was probably about 6-7 years old. So I was able to get my childhood crush. So that's one thing that also makes it a whole lot easier as well. And the reason why I don't look at or really trip off no other females. So.
Well, I have to cut into him saying he do the laundry regularly. When he first got into my life, I wasn't this person. I didn't cook and clean. I wasn't on top of stuff that I am now. I have OCD really now. But when he came in, it was not that. So he used to do his own laundry, and he used to do most of the, cleaning and stuff. But once he saw that I took over, I can definitely say I do most of it all now. But I don't mind. But it's because he saw that, okay, maybe do you think I do it better?
I don't know if it's necessarily that you do it better, but it's just the simple fact of maybe I don't know.
Because you used to not let me wash your clothes. You was like, it's okay, I wash my own clothes. And now you have no problem with me washing them.
Well, with that, clothes is clothes, so I don't really mind off that. I do fold my own clothes, because I like my clothes folded a certain way.
Well, that's because he used to work at Old Navy, so I don't fold the way he folds.
I got OCD when it comes to my clothes and folding and putting on my shoebox and stuff in certain order.
I can definitely say he's probably a little bit well organized than me as far as staying that way. I do know how to organize, but he actually likes, if you look at my side of the closet and look at his, you'll probably be seeing that in the next video, because I'm about to organize it. You'll see what I'm talking about, but I'm getting there. I came far. Like, I don't let the kids leave anything in my sink overnight. I don't play that. Like, they know to come downstairs to wash out whatever it is that was left or what was cooked that night. And usually when I do cook, I cook and clean as I go, because I don't like clutter. I don't like to see dirty. I don't like to see mess. So they really don't even have that much to do, even though they still complain because they're teenagers. That's what they do. But they really don't know how good they got it, based on me being the person I am now and not wanting to. I guess I am a little OCD. I do, like, when I see stuff, I always gotta move it and fix bedspreads. And I guess I just, if I'm gonna pay for something or he's gonna pay for something, I'm gonna make sure that we treat it good. I don't take anything for granted. I know that the life that was given to us was from God, and for him to go out and work every single day, whatever we have, I'm gonna keep up with it. So I guess it's just about maintaining what you have and, having value in your possessions. And I definitely value them. I know that they can easily be gone tomorrow, so I value whatever it is that God brought into our life. So I guess that's where that comes from.
Also, too, not to cut you off, Missy.
You're fine.
When I first came in, I was very OCD, and I was very like, why is this out of place? What's going on over here? So I think my transitions kind of rubbed off on her, where she's seen how I was. She's like, you know what, I can't allow him to be the only one. So she said, she slowly but surely started getting it on, and now she's even more OCD than I am. Where she'd be like, make up the bed. I'm like, what do we need to make up the bed for? We're getting right back in it. Why do we need to make it up? Put all these pillows on it. But now it makes sense. Because once you start doing something and you start getting accustomed to it, you want to see it like that all the time. So definitely do appreciate her, and this is a marriage that's gonna be here for life. I don't plan on going anywhere. So.
Well, you ain't gonna listen to death. But I can definitely say we made each other better. Because like I said in the beginning, when he did come, he wasn't the breadwinner, but I can definitely tell with us working together and him seeing the accomplishments I had, he supersedes me in everything. I can tell you, once he has knowledge or whatever it is, he does that. But I'm fine with him being better than me. I'm able to understand that whatever we do, he's going to always be better. And he's mine, so I don't care. But I can definitely say the knowledge that I did have of me buying a house and me already being established when he did come, even though I was sick, and then not working no more, then God brought him in at the right time. And then him taking over that baton, it was like what I needed. And the stuff that he did learn, is like he just went straight to the stars with it. And I can definitely say he is a provider, and we made each other better. We did. And both aspects, with the way I thought mentally, everything. It's stuff that I'll be saying or I can say, and he'll come and correct me. Well, maybe you shouldn't think like that, So we check each other in areas where we need to be checked, and we work as one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's all, I know it, the word, I know for sure that it comes from our foundation with God, though.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have a strong foundation. Whether you believe in God or not, definitely want to let you know, if you put God first in your relationship and you make sure that he's the head of your household even before the husband or the wife,
yes,
you'll most definitely go far in your life. So that's definitely some words to the wise out there as well. Yeah,
and we also had the same exact foundation of growing up as far as being equally yoked. We were in the same church from kids all the way until I think I left the church when I was 16. So we had the same morals instilled in us. And that's probably why I know he was put on this earth for me, and I was put on this earth for him. This is my soulmate. There's no one else that could ever love me the way he loved me, and there's no one else that I can love the way I love him. This is really There's no fabricating this. We can't just make this stuff up. We ain't just saying this because we're not just saying this. Let me correct my bachelor's language. We're not just saying this just because we're talking to you guys. This is who we are. We don't have to fabricate nothing. No, it's not always peachy and cream, but majority of the time, it really is. He may have his attitudes here and there when he's tired from working a lot, but other than that, like, he knows how to check himself, and he knows how to cater to me, and I know how to cater to him. So what I can say for any of you who want to get married and want to have a healthy relationship, always put each other first. Always communicate.
Communicate. That's the huge one right there.
We always communicate. Whatever it is, it's about everything. We make sure we talk about it, and I believe that's so big because whatever it is that was going on or something that he didn't like or I didn't like, we make sure we correct that to make sure, we being a better person for each other. We care about each other's feelings, and we want to make each other happy, and that's big. A lot of people been together for a couple years and they tend to slack on those areas, but that's where we trying to build each year. We want to get stronger, knowing each other and catering to each other and doing what each other wants. Mm-hmm. So that's actually our goal, just to cater to each other.
And just also to just continue to grow. You don't never want to be stagnant. I don't know if you follow our YouTube channel or not, but Missy actually did a really great job with her last video that she dropped in regards to just keep going, just never giving up. And that applies to so many different things in life, right? That's your marriage, work, your career, your kids, because everybody goes through things on a daily basis, but it's just all about keep putting one foot forward, and just like they say on Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, baby, just keep going, just keep everything moving and keep stuff fresh and keeps it lively, and just make sure things doesn't get stale and boring. So
yes, and he definitely does that. Mind you, this one, he proposed to me in air balloon, and he always do spontaneous things when it comes to making me happy. You see, we're at a hotel now from my bachelor's. Last month, he surprised me in December. It was 2 months ago now. Wait, no, that was last month. Last month for our anniversary, he surprised me. He surprised a little getaway where he had told my mom about everything, and he took me to Napa, and we stayed in this really nice resort. We ended up getting massages, went out to eat both nights. And he just makes sure he's just always on top of stuff when it comes to me. And even when I want things and I tell him don't worry about it, he still makes sure he goes out and get it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't really need it that much, but just for the simple fact that I said that I liked it, he's gonna make sure he does everything he can to get me whatever it is I want. And I'm so grateful to have a man like that. And not only that, the secureness, to be secure in a relationship is just like amazing. I've never ever been secure in any relationship and had to worry about anything. I don't worry about anything when it comes to him. There's like nothing that ever crossed my mind about him and another person. It doesn't matter if the girl comes in, have a better shape than me, look better than me. Do you think I think that he'd look at her any kind of way? It's like I'm his Beyonce, and it doesn't matter how the person looks. I know that his love is only for me, and that's so big to be able to feel that way. Like it's just gratifying to know that a man loves me that much and don't care about whoever else walks around or come. Doesn't matter what they have. He just loves me, and I love you for that. But anything else you want to say before we let them go? So we gotta enjoy being with no kids.
Right, that part. We only out here for one night because we are on lockdown due to COVID restrictions, but just still wanted to make sure we did something really quick. And like I say, you just always want to make sure that you keep things fresh, keep things lively.
Right.
We could have easily just stayed home because we just got back from the Great Wolf Lodge for Christmas, and like she said, we came to Napa for our anniversary. But sometimes you just gotta keep things going and be able to just keep on the move, because you never want to miss an opportunity to be able to celebrate something in life, because life is so short and you're not necessarily promised tomorrow. So that being said, y'all, it's the Larry fam. We love y'all. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we out.
Missy out.